If they do that, they're going to be, the Cougars will be very, 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 very tough to beat.
Off the window, no. Roberts tried to get it. Shed for the win. Got it.
Just with 14 points, but you just look, the way that he dominated the game was in controlling the pace and making smart decision after decision.
Coleman by Slamma down.
Go to pizza spot before or after.
The dream is alive for Houston. Go Cougs! Let's go!
What's up, Coug family? I'm excited. Upset alert. The Houston Cougars upset number 17 K-State at home in front of an exciting crowd, I would say. They seem excited. I wouldn't say a packed crowd, but man, let's get right into it. What a game, man. What an upset alert. I said last week that I felt like the Cougs turned the corner and simply within the mindset to know that they can compete and will compete. What'd you see, Bryce?
I saw a team that did not let the weather anything affect them. They came out, they played. We said last week we out Utah. I'm not going to say we out Kansas State. I think this is who we are now. We are a rough, rugged, great defensive team that's going to find ways to make plays when it matters. And I was just excited to see that the guys, they are feeding off of that, and you can see it. You can see how they're walking. The mood on the sideline is completely different. They got an identity. We've been asking for identity. They have identity. This is how we're going to win football games. We're going to keep it close. We're gonna play good football, and then we're gonna make it happen. And they did that today. And I had a gender reveal today, as you can see my T-shirt. Found out I'm having a little girl. So I had a gender so then we all watching the game. Me and a couple of my college buddies, and there's a lot of U of H fans, and we just screaming and at the TV the whole time. And I just had a feeling once it was 1917 that eventually, once we got that last stop, something good was going to happen. And that's just because when you prepare like they've been preparing, the good things happen to teams who stay around, and then, of course, Dayon breaks through, and I'm talking about the whole house is going crazy. It's pandemonium in here, and this has been a fun 2 weeks to be a Coug fan. I mean, it was a rough first 2 weeks. This has been a fun 2 weeks to be a Coug fan.
It definitely has, man. I mean, I want to start offensively. I mean, we're mentioning how their style of play, and I think the weather was in a benefit from Houston. I mean, in the way that they want to play, the way they muddled up the game, it was kind of similar to last week. But I got to give the play caller, Burn Bay, I want to give him his credit, bro. I think the way that he schemed up them throws, and they were all timely, and it was different throws. What did you see from his play calling? At times, it's hard when they do the third and long and they just run it. It seems like they give up, but they stay true to what they can do, and it was time. What you think about his play calling today?
I think he understood. He put the play calling football. Don't turn the ball over. If you don't give teams good field position, don't turn it over, and trust the defense, man. And I'm gonna get to the defense in a second because Kansas State was running for over 200 yards against everybody. That's what they was averaging here. If you don't give them the ball multiple times and get them good field position, and you trust your defense, I think what he's doing better, and he needs to give me some credit. He needs to been watching the show. He's getting the quarterback run game involved, and that has made a huge difference, which is opening up his passing game now. Because now you can't play strictly zone against us because you got to respect his legs. So now he knows he's getting a lot of one-on-one coverage, a lot of man coverage. And because of that, we're taking advantage. I thought Jack touchdown. Maybe my eyes are going bad. That was a touchdown. I don't care what they say. But to get him open, looks like that thing like that. I really believe he's doing a good job of mixing in his run schemes with the quarterback run game, which is helping his pass game out in timely manner when we need it. Like the touchdown, the jump ball, Tim Tebow touchdown in the goal line. That is set up to quarterback run. That teams are biting in down there because we have success running quarterback runs. And then you get the open looks like that. That's what we've been asking for from day one, and he's finally doing it. And kudos to that guy, man. He's figuring out how to make it happen. You don't have the same type of players that you had when you had Real Rodgers at Mississippi State that could fling it all over the yard. You don't have that no more. So he has to change his he had to adapt to his players. And as coaches, that's the biggest thing. You can't just have a system. You got to be the players got to be the system. So what type of players you have, that's what you got to adjust to. And I think he's doing that.
And I like the timely throws, not only the one that man Jack how he set it up, but then in that second half, he stretched them long deep on a one-on-one go route, got the PI call. I think if the sequence is correct. And then they got a stop route, quick man-to-man coverage, made them beat there. Then I think he completed a pass deep over the throw. So those kind of kept the defense honest to let you know, you play us man-to-man, we will take a shot. I think they kept them honest just enough to not load the box, to really sell out fully on the run. What would you see from that aspect? And Zion looked comfortable. I think outside of that sack in the second half that we can't have that kind of killed a lot of momentum, but he was able to stay poised and well, yeah. What would you see from that?
I think, like I said, the biggest thing is keeping him, like you say, comfortable and poised. And by doing that is giving him one read throws, like I said in the beginning, which they are, and also the run pass threat at the same exact time. I think he's better when he's on the move. When you ask him to drop back and sit stationary in the pocket, he's not very good. That's just not his strength right there. I think when you get his juices flowing, you get him rolled out a little bit, you get him RPO, get him play action with the power movement, it gives him the chance now to be able to not stand stagnant and be an athlete. He's an athlete, and he's an athlete, and that's just call it what it is. And it's helping him out. And I think if we'd done this a long time ago, no telling what we'd be doing in the Big 12. But like I said, it's a new staff, so it took them time to understand his strengths. And it's encouraging as fans watching to see, okay, they're figuring out his strengths and they're starting to make plays with it. And baby, I'm telling you, it's exciting to watch. I mean, it's like I said, it's not your old Cougs that's going to light it up, but if you can play. If this is what I'm gonna get every year, but at a higher real way, I'll take it because that's a tough football team today. They showed out mentally. We never folded when things went bad. We jumped out 10, and they came back. They take the lead. We behind trailing most of the game, and then we take the lead at the end. That is a symbol of a tough-minded football team, and I love every second of that.
Well, we have a quick second. Let's be sure to give our sponsors. So shout out, thank you to Cougston for being a sponsor of Let's Rage Coogs. The Cougston tailgate is located in the Blue Lot 16D on game days. They welcome everyone to plenty of food and drinks, music. So be sure to follow them at Cougston for tailgate details. And also Star Pizza, Houston's destination for hot pizza delivered since 1976. One of Houston's top-rated pizza spots in Houston, rated by Eater Houston. And also visit them online at starpizza.net and starpizza.hou. And also BB's Pick 3 on Triple Play at BB's near you. Visit bbstexorleans.com for all locations. Man, Houston are almost 2 wins for bowl eligible. Yes. Before we get to that, though, we got to talk defense. I mean, this defense has been, one of the best all year. Dominant. And I think if we would have had better offense earlier, no telling where the season will be right now for Houston. But defensively, what did you see? I really wasn't a believer in Avery Johnson that he can beat us throwing the football. So I really like this matchup, but I was just hesitant just from the inconsistency from Houston.
Yeah, to me, quarterbacks who can throw the ball, I feel like it's an advantage to us because I feel like we have one of the elite secondaries in the Big 12. So if you can throw the ball, good luck. Try to throw it back there. Hawks and ball hogs back there, and you want to be successful. I was worried about coming into this game how well they run the ball. Yeah. Kansas State runs the ball and they run methodically. They run what we call a power read game. So basically they're pulling a guard and the running back's going one way, going down the line. He either can hand it off and the running back's running wide zone, outside zone, or he can pull it and run power behind it. And so I thought with that misdirection, it would give us some problems. We're not the biggest team inside the interior, so and I thought we'd get a problem. But man, did we not do a good? That team averaged over 200 yards rushing
a game,
and they put up the graph late in the fourth quarter. They had like 80-some yards rushing, which is amazing. If you can do that, can stop, take away a team. Held them over their average, under 100 yards on the average, you're giving yourself a chance to win. That defense flew around, even in a bad position, a bad field position. It flew around and made plays happen, and it was just beautiful to watch. if this is what we're gonna get people, and we're gonna go back to the Ed Oliver days where our defense is this dominant, I'll take it. Sign me up. Sign me up every year. Sign me up when I'm not coaching. Majority of the games, I'm there. As a Cougs fan, this has to be an exciting time for everybody. So I want everybody to feel good about this. If we don't make a bowl game, you would have told me 5 weeks ago we were going to win 4 games. I would say no way. And to go and to beat Utah and Kansas State, two of the better team that was ranked preseason ranked higher in the conference, to beat them back-to-back weeks is big time. Shout out to us, man. Shout out to Third World Cougs. Shout out to the Cougar boys. We doing it.
Won the last 3 out of 4. I mean,
yes,
Coach, we had some fans who always comment on our show. We appreciate every comment, and someone was kind of questioning him. I think being just prisoners of the moment. But now you see what he's building and how he's able to manage a game and his resume in the realm of winning. And he's a winner, and you can tell with this season, what he's it feels like turning the season around, and it's building something here. And I think this is another win that you stack that you can build with the crew. So I'm seeing some comments from fans kind of talking about the fans not showing up as far as the bleacher. It was a rain delay, and so I will kind of give a lot of fans some leeway at that. I will give fans leeway with that. It was rained out, but what about those all black uniforms? I mean, they showed the highlight. It's something about those uniforms, and Houston just wins in those uniforms, man. What is it?
I know y'all say it looks like Texas, but them things so sexy to me, man. I'm just
they won on them.
I didn't get to wear them. Me and my team were watching. We're like, dog, what were these black uniforms when we was in school? Like that type of swag would have been big for us, especially you were on the feet. Like, what was this? What was this set? Absolutely, they need to be in a rotation more. I mean, of course you got to wear your red and everything, but golly, those things are special. And every time we put them things, it's like we turn to Batman for real. So, hey, put them in rotation a little more, man. And definitely, it's bringing us good mojo. I'm a big believer in that. And it was exciting to see, man. We did it again, man. We did it again. Today's been a great day. It's been an awesome day. It's a great day to be a Cougar today. If you are a Cougar fan, get on Facebook, talk your shit, talk your noise. To get on Twitter, repost everything, let everybody know we here because basketball team's gonna win that anyway, so we're gonna be talking noise all winter. So let's just continue. This is giving us a head start to talking noise for another 5 or 6 months as we go win this natty basketball. We finish up and we knock off a bunch of contenders who want to get into the playoffs. They ain't getting in now. Take pride in it. Let's keep doing this.
And before we kind of look forward to the next couple of games, I mean, let's talk about the defense. Just kind of that man, our linebacker, middle linebacker. They was talking about his story throughout the entire game. I want to make sure I get his name right. Michael Belton, 11 tackles, 4 solos, 1 half the tackle for a loss with a key interception. Man, he was out there balling, man.
Flying around. I'm talking about
flying around.
He like if this was the first time me watching a cool game, I would think he's a first round draft pick. I'm not saying
no lie.
Like if you watch him, he was flying around the field. I'm talking about making Luke Kuechly is a big. He's when I was coming through, he was one of the best linebackers. He looked like he looked like Luke Kuechly today. Like if I didn't know, you just said, man, like who's the best player on the field? It was that guy. He was clearly the best player on the field, and he made plays, man. And God, he making us proud, man. Cougar fans, out. It's time. Hey, we here. They laughed at us by being the Big 12. We here now. We here. It's we making noise. We here, dog. We here. Let's go, man.
And just kind of going through some of the comments. Definitely the Houston Blue is coming back. I did see the video with the new AD. Yeah. It said that the merch is on sale and they will officially be using that Houston Blue as an alternate. And that was news to my ears. I really happy for that. So, I mean, but I'm excited, bro. I'm just so excited about this win. They wrote us off. No one expected us to win. And even the last 2 weeks, building this momentum and kind of looking forward. You got Arizona next week, who has the first round draft pick in their receiver. He Mac McMillan. He nice. But overall, that's a winnable game. And with Houston how it's playing right now, and it's Coach Sampson term. They playing with mud in their blood. He say this a lot, so I'm gonna steal it from him. But what's your outlook for these next couple games? I mean, is it have you turned the corner with an expectation not only to compete, but are you expecting Houston to get these wins now?
First off, I'm looking at Kris comment. All right, I'm taking the victory lap. Who says Dayon says we? I give me a spot. We gave it to you before. We give it
Hey,
to you
Kris,
again, man.
we're giving your flowers again, Kris.
We're giving it again,
You
dog.
called it, Kris. Definitely, Kris.
I was not a believer at first. I believed that we
I
had
didn't
a
see
bunch
it.
of good receivers. I know how good Manjack is at work. I worked the kid out present, so I know how good he is. So I wasn't really a believer in him. But if this is the type of maybe Frisk, this is why Frisk is making what he's making. This is why he's doing what he's doing because
This is it.
I doubted it from just being on our side. And I just know I understand being in that locker room before that certain time when you so one dimensional and guys don't believe in you, that I just felt like it was bringing bad negative energy. So I was wrong about that. Like I said, but I did not know what kind of character the kid had. He might be one of the better leaders. Like I don't see him every day like his coaches and players do. I just see what I see through the TV screen. But yeah, I give you props on that. But going back to the schedule, Arizona, strength on strength. Their secondary, their receivers versus our secondary. Let's go. Hey, let's strap it up. That's why we play football. Let's go. I can tell you who one person gonna be hyped about it. AJ gonna be hyped about it. I guarantee my dog gonna be ready. He gonna be ready to play. So I like us in that game. I mean, I don't think that they're not physically imposing and they don't play great defense. So if we can make this if we play Houston ball now, we slow the game down, we mug it up, we run the ball, we get numbers in the box, get some turnovers like we've been doing. Let's go. We ready to ride.
Yeah.
Let's go. Hey, U of H right now with the upset. Nobody's gonna expect it. I'm going to Vegas. We're gonna put money on it. U of H with the upset right now. Let's go.
I'm with it. UH with the upset. I second that. But Kris, I want to go back to Zion a little bit because Kris, you was around it. You beat us to it. You was definitely right. I want to make sure we let you know that. But I think the difference in what he brings, and I was hesitant at first because I was still thinking that Donovan brings more, can open up the offense a little more as far as being able to pass and throw the ball. Now, when him being inaccurate how he was, and Zion bringing that more dynamic ability running the football, I think that's where it takes the offense over the top because you got your running backs who can sprinkle in to be productive how they are. But with his ability to take a 8-yard run to 70, 50, 60, and then even those runs where he can elusive and make something out of nothing, that playmaking ability itself, I think, is what's keeping him in the game. And then Barbet with those timely play calls, the aggressive, the throws that he do make. I mean, it almost seems like this is what they should have been doing really from the jump.
Yeah. Yes. And what it has done is really helped. It helps the O-line too because now when you game plan it, you know exactly how defense is going to play. They have to play with an extra man down, so you don't have to be surprised when you get to the game, or they're going to give us an 8-man box or this because now that we got the quarterback run game, they have to play 8-man box. By playing an 8-man box, you get your open throws. So I think it's solidified the front. The biggest thing as a coach, you want to see what when I get into formations. What can I get into? I know exactly what box I'm going to have. I know if I get into this formation, they're going to give me this type of box, this type of box. Zion has made it easy for them to determine that because of his player style now, where when we had Donovan, he was throwing the ball, guys are playing regular how they play normally any team. You can get your cover 4, you can drop back your 7 or 8 because you don't have to worry about his legs as much as you do Zion. So that is the biggest difference he's made in this offense.
What's the next level for this offense?
The vertical game. Once we can get the vertical, he gets accurate enough to threaten people with the vertical game. It's unstoppable now. Now because we're getting numbers in the run game, it's a vertical threat with it. So that's what's gonna really make us tough is when he gets the vertical pass game down. Right now it's hit or miss. We'll make a play or two here. It's not really as efficient as we need it to be. But once he gets the vertical game, and I won all season, he can get it fixed because they adjusted to it. And I'm pretty sure this is not the type of offense they ran at the beginning of the season. Right. So we really had to adjust to it. But yeah, it's a vertical pass game. That's without even question.
Yeah, and that was a good comment who they kind of just mentioned as far as Donovan. They said he really wasn't recruited to play in Fritz's system. He was recruited to play in the pass-heavy system. And so that's a good comment. Although he's a dual threat, I think that is something key. And then with his experience, man, I know something. Speaking of Donovan Smith, I love the goal line when they brought him in to run a QB power.
Yeah.
But then when you got the fourth down again, when it's around it, why not do a QB sneak? Switch it up. In the shotgun, sometimes you got that big of a guy. What's up with the QB sneak? We still got to fix our short yardage down in situation and in the goal line. What are you seeing from those moments?
Man, I played in the spread. I played in the Dayon, the air raid offense my whole time. Nothing irks me more, 4th and inches on a goal line, seeing the team in shotgun. Nothing irks me more. Like, it really stresses me out. At some point, you have to rep it enough where you can get on the center. Because when you get on the center, I don't think people understand. You have your quarterback sneak game, you have your boot game, your play action. It's more efficient when you're under the center, and it's quicker. You can do your jet sweep. Everything out of there is quicker than it is in the shotgun. And I always say, why would I want to go back 5 yards to go up one? And it never made sense to me. So, and even when coaching now, I'm a big proponent of having some type of under the center game, and I think we might have to try. We need to work on that.
Dayon finished 11 for 11, 103, 1 touchdown. He rushed 22 times for 75 yards with that 41-yard down touchdown. And then our running backs, Butler, another freshman, 6 times for 41 yards. And Jamarian Barnett, he just didn't look healthy today. And Sanford, he really he totaled it a few times. It didn't get much success, 6 yards to carry. But, I mean, it's pretty much the defense, man. I think AJ is playing his way into a first-team All-American from what I've seen. Definitely first-team Big 12.
A Big 12 player, defensive player of the year.
No question. But from Coach Fritz's staff, so far what he's done so far this season, what going to these next couple games, has he had – will you determine this a successful first year?
Absolutely. What he's done is he's proven to Cougs fans that once he gets the attention of his team, which is everything, that he's changed the culture. Like, it's a culture of business, it's a culture of finishing games, it's a culture of being physical, it's a culture of coming to work with your pail, with your hard hat on. Let's get after it. And the way he wants to play is how I saw his Tulane teams playing. No, I don't think people understand when we played Tulane, those were stat games. Like, we called Tulane a stat game, and then he went in there and he had them guys in New York Six bowl game. I mean, Tulane or whatever, a school that doesn't have near around the news that doesn't play bad football, but he's not Houston. Houston alone has some of the best high school football. He was able to recruit guys and get Tulane up. So now I think beating Kansas State, you go to recruits now and say, listen, this is what we've done in the past week. We beat Utah, who was a preseason top 20 team. We just beat a top 20 team and Kansas State. We got it going now. And now the guys who committed to him before are even more so. And let me tell you, I got to tell you how big it is. Austin Carlisle, y'all keep hearing me say this, the quarterback from West Point. I just watched it. I went and watched him Thursday night. My goodness. My Lord. The guy is special. If you can get guys like that and you can keep winning, he's going to get guys, because guys going to want to come play with him. And he's going to get guys going to want to play with him. This is huge. This is huge for the program. I love every minute of it. It's big. Really big. And I'm excited for what's to come. I mean, you beat TCU, like we just mentioned, on the road in Fort Worth, then Utah and K-State. Then you got Arizona. You still got Baylor coming up, and you may look blink and Houston are bowl eligible, and just kind of foreseeing the future. I don't want to bring on the parade and celebrate now, but with more development, can Dayon be a quarterback that you build around and even have more success going into next season? Absolutely, because now you know his strengths. You've seen his strengths, like in actual live game versus the Kansas State, the Utah. So now as a coach, I can see what his strength is, and I know what it is. I have a whole offseason to build a complete offense around him. And that's what I expect them to do. I expect them to in a portal go find linemen that can run block, that go find running backs that can run the ball hard, go find receivers that can beat one-on-one coverage, and beat down the field throws to help them out. So now they understand what type of quarterback they have. Now you go build around them. And this is, I absolutely believe, with a quarterback with his type of athleticism, with a great offseason, you can definitely take off with this. And I expect him to. And I definitely expect him to. And man, I'll be around the program in January in the spring practice to see it. I want to see it up close and personal, and they get done. And I expect that. Knowing Willie Fritz, he's gonna get it done.
Man, I'm super excited, man, about this game. I had a feeling last week, like when I said when they turned the corner, not so much as if like they're a contender or they're gonna win. I just watching that game last week, I saw the fight in them. I saw the belief on the sidelines. Like they seemed happier. They seemed more in unison. And just watching it, you could see it. And now coming together, seeing them put together this week, even though when they went down 10 points, they still believe they needed a drive, got the long touchdown drive. And then so they let me know like this team is learning how to win games, and they proven that they can win those games and play Houston Cougar football, Willie Fritz football. That's culture football. Yep. I think now they're established the culture. They know how and what they do to win. And now they're doing it. And now it's proven back-to-back weeks, you knock off Utah, and now you knock off a top 20 Kansas State team who was looking to continue to make their way to host to a Big 12 title. And so now you building, and you got basketball right around the corner. I think that momentum is even going to help the Houston Cougar football team even more. So I'm excited. I mean, Houston fans, it's a great time to be a Houston fan. And I think they got the right AD. I'm loving everything I'm seeing from him, how he's promoting the Houston Blue, going out in the city, making sure everything is on sale, making an appearance on the new local news channels. I think all of that is important to really help the city of Houston identify with the Houston brand and put it more out there with a great product.
Absolutely. I mean, one of the things as players we used to tell all the time, when we play this, when I go to Walmart, why am I seeing A&M and UT gear? Why am I seeing this in Academy? I used to see A&M and Texas A&M all over Houston. And granted, I know they have a big alumni base in Houston, but where's the U of H Cougar gear? Like, we did a terrible job in our own city not promoting enough Cougar gear, and it's a lot of fans who have a lot of Cougar pride. Don't let people tell you it's not, because I run to fans all the time. But that was one of the biggest things that, like you said, that's big, is to really promote and get it out there. The only way people are gonna want to talk about it, they actually see it, and we have to put it out there. And he's doing a really good job of this. You hit it on the nail with that one.
And another thing that I was just thinking about, Houston, well, this is another primetime game. Or last week was a primetime, I believe, right? And TCU was, I know for sure. And then this one as well. So Houston is not only doing good, but they're doing good in primetime games. And I mean, Coach Fritz's staff is proving why he's the man on the job. And I think if anybody had any questions on what he can do and build a program, I think he's answered them so far. But I mean, before we get ready to wrap up, anything else that stood out to you so far this season that you'll be able to reflect and kind of think about this game right here?
Yeah, I really just think that the boys are fighting. They showed me great resilience of being they could have tanked this 3 weeks ago. Now 3 or 4, they could have tanked it and said, you know what, this ain't the coach. Some of the guys on the team, this ain't like AJ. This ain't the coach that recruited me. This ain't where I am. But instead, they took the different mindset. These guys got better, and they're getting better. And I think a lot of these guys are going to want to stay because they see where it's going to be at. He brought in like 60-something transfer. Like it's been a flux of transfer into the program. And I'm excited that they didn't tank on that. And that means these guys are running through a wall for a coach. And when they were willing to run the wall for a coach, that means they're telling other players about how good of a coach this guy is and how good of a coach he is to play for. I mean, you could be the great, like Nick Saban was the GOAT, yes, but a lot of players did not like playing for him. I remember I would take recruits on visits to Alabama and some of my high school students, athletes, and we would just talk to the players and like, oh man, we know we come to Alabama, it's not gonna be fun. It's not fun here, but we know if you come here in 3 or 4 years, you're gonna get drafted in the NFL, go win that championship. It was like so much business, like they didn't have fun doing it. these guys you can tell are having fun. They're playing for their coach, and that's the type of program that you want to be a part of. So I'm happy that the toxic stuff is gone, and it seems like the
Mm-hmm.
positivity is happening. And that's all you can ask for as a former player, cool boy, man. Like the players are having fun because you have your my junior year we was 5-7, kind of similar to this. We lost Case the first game of the season, or second game of the season to UCLA, whatever it was, when we lost Case, and then our season was tanked. But we kept fighting, and because of we kept fighting, we didn't give up. We lost games. It was the worst year I had there. My junior year was 5-7, but we closed it out really well, and then the next year we went 12-0. So I'm not saying we're going 12-0 next year, but if you can build on seasons like this, and it can make things better for next year.
That's a great point. Before I ask this, let's make sure we pay some bills and let you guys know that this episode is brought to you by Houston and thank you for being a sponsor of Let's Rage Coogs. Make sure you check out their tailgate. They're on the Blue Lot 16D. Everyone is welcome. They have music, food, everything that you can name at their tailgate. Follow them at Coogston for tailgate details. Also, Start Pizza, Houston's destination for hot pizza delivery since 1976. Eater Houston says they're one of Houston's top-rated pizza spots in Houston. Visit them online at starpizza.net and Star Pizza HOU, and also pick 3 on the triple play at BB's near you. Visit bbstexorleans.com/locations. But you just kind of mentioned the importance of closing the season strong. Houston has won 3 out of 4. Next couple games are definitely winnable games. How important is it for staff to close the season strong, what they're doing, whether if they win these next couple of games or not? But how important is that going into what is almost kind of like their first off season after their first full season? How important is that?
It's very exciting because the biggest thing that we had going into that senior year, it was buzz before the season happened. I mean, the pre-Case Heisman talk, the talk of we were turning so many players on offense. Tyrone Carrier, Patrick Edwards, myself, Charles Sims. We had like 4 or 5 lives. We had like 8 or 9 guys returning from a team that towards the got hot in the end. So the momentum throughout the spring was extraordinary. Like it was big time because we felt like we just ended this season. We could have tanked it. We started out really bad. It was like 1-5. We ended up 5-7. We had the momentum, and I think it led to the summer. Guys around us knew what our capable. When we get locked in, we was able to beat a lot of good teams. So I think they could have that same mindset. Hey, fella, we beat TCU. We beat Utah. We beat Kansas State. So just imagine now in the same program with these same coaches, a year from now, what we could be if we really buy in and work it. And it just gets the whole program. It's just electric around there, recruiting, the everything. It just makes it so much better to finish out strong. And I think we can do it. If we can win 5 games after the start we had, it's going to be huge for us. And you're going to, and I'll say this, it'll be something that we'll take off with.
If Houston gets to a bowl game, how big will that be for Coach Fritz and staff? I think no one expected them to win 6 games and get into a bowl. So how big will that be for not only for the staff, for the school, for everything that Houston is doing in promoting the new regime, from the AD to the new football staff and just the entire program to get to a bowl game in his first season?
He will make all his non-believers will have to personally apologize to him.
Yeah.
A lot of non-believers have to personally apologize to him, man, including myself. I mean, I believed him for the next couple of years. I did that. I just thought this year you couldn't tell me that was going to win more than 2 or 3 games.
Yeah.
And I was one of those non-believers this year. But for the next couple of years, I thought, okay, his track record, over 250 wins, like it spoke for itself. I mean, you don't just win that by accident. I mean, you're a good football coach. You're a solid football coach if you do that. And so, yeah, if he's able to accomplish that, one, he gonna have a fan at whatever bowl game it is. I'm definitely gonna be there. Two, he's gonna have a city who I think will rally behind him, and you'll see season ticket sales go up because they'll see, okay, this guy is the real deal.
Most definitely. Well, once again, Houston got the upset victory over number 17 Kansas State, 24-19, led by their quarterback Dayon Kris, who was perfect passing the football, 11 for 11 for 100 yards with a touchdown. Also ran for 75 yards. The game clinching, was that the game? Yes, the 41-yard game clinching touchdown. Freshman running back DJ Butler had some big carries, 6 carries for 41 yards, and Joseph Manjack had a very important on the 4th down catch what looked like a touchdown, should have been a touchdown.
Should have been a touchdown.
Great win. Defense played lights out. Gotta also give the linebacker Michael Benton love, led the team in tackles as well with the game clinching interception as well. So defense continued to ball out. Coach Rich and staff, another victory. I'm excited. The Houston fans are excited. And before we sign off, Bryce, let the people know where they can find you at. Is your team, when's the postseason? Give us an update on your team, what you guys' record and district. You guys getting ready for the postseason. What's the update?
Yeah, we play Salt Lake this Saturday at 1 p.m. Team we just won last night. We got down 17 points at the largest comeback of my career. Got down 17 and came back and won the game. 45-38 was electric. My receivers played well last night. We were 7-2. South Springs Panthers doing things that the schools has not had before. Before our head coach, Coach Fagan, got there 4 years ago, they ain't made the playoffs in 20 years. They ain't had a winning season in 20 years. And now we got a chance to play in back-to-back playoffs with a great head coach and a great administration team. So we're excited about what we're doing in South Springs, and it's just been a great weekend. From that comeback win yesterday to our comeback win today at UA Coug, and to find out I'm being a girl dad again. It's awesome, man. It's really awesome.
Congratulations to you once again for becoming another girl dad. My oldest is a girl, so I'm a girl dad as well. So definitely, but Houston Cougars, baby. Appreciate everyone for joining in. Had good number once again today. Plenty of comments. Everyone in comments. Shout out to Chris B. I want to give you flowers, Chris B. You was on it. May need to hire you for the coaching staff. I mean, you might got an eye for something. But everyone for joining us. Thanks again. Thank you for our sponsors, the Saxenian Family. As always, Coogston, BB's Texas Star Pizza. Andy and Chris had other obligations today, so we'll be sure to hold it down for our guys. And as always, people, go Cougs, baby.
Go Cougs.